straight, be surprised. It's flat, be surprised. Trees at either side with grass on it. The house, then there's a little street behind the trees, and you have houses with gardens on it. It's just like, wow, England.
Marks and Spencer's?
No. We'll take it to Iceland if you want to, but not Marks and Spencer. CNA, we have a CNA. Yes. Okay, and if you see La Laguna at the back of it, you see the long straight, that's the North Apple. Do you know that's the most famous apple in the world? We beat the Americans on that.
Is that the airport that had the nasty crash?
Yeah, 1977, the two Jumbo 747, KLM and Pan Am.
Which airport?
You see at the end where all the flat area is, at the end you can see it's like a long straight.
Oh,
that's where the airport is. Okay, and you see the new tower over there to the right.
Yes, yeah,
you see it? The old tower is over to the left that we're going to drive right next to it. You see on the left hand side, almost to the end, you see a road that goes up. Yes. That's the road we're going to use later on. Okay. And the reason why the accident, the two Jumbo 747 collided the ground. At the time of this accident, there was a very, very big storm happening here. Okay. So it was very thick clouds, and you see the lowest part is between the mountains. So obviously all the clouds are coming from the north and would multiply through the area. Okay. That's what they had. They had what they call 16-meter view. So beyond 60 meters, you don't see nothing else clearly. You can see some shapes or what have you, but nothing clear, okay? What they call 16-meter view. So the aeroplanes should have landed in Gran Canaria, 5 of them. Okay, but they landed here because there was a bomb scared in Gran Canaria. So all 5 of them landed here. 2 of them managed to take off. The other 2, one of them is supposed to take off, but the other one was still on the way, refueling. So it's a line of things that happen. You know the reason for this to happen, okay? 2 of them got the order to taxi down the wrong way, and the first one arrived at the end, he waited for the order to take off, it just went to take off. And you can imagine the rest, okay? We're still one taxiing down the wrong way while the other one trying to take off. The one taxiing down the wrong way tried to go onto the grass. The one was trying to take off, tried to lift, but he didn't have the speed, and that's when he hit belly with tail. So you can imagine the rest, okay? 584 people lost their life on this huge, massive accident. And that's when they built the South Airport. Thanks to this, unfortunately happening, is when the south of Tenerife started. So the south of Tenerife is very, very young, only from the very early 80s. Okay? So it's very, very young. The north is a lot older, okay? It's actually recalled 1864, the first people that arrived here as a holiday to the north of Tenerife, okay? Then when they built the airport, which in 69 was already open, you know what, which is quite funny. If you look at an open internet and explain to you all about the accident and everything else, but it's quite funny because it used to be the holidays. They used to come here on a plane, and if you stay here for 1 week, the plane will stay on the ground for 1 week. That's how busy the island was, you know what I mean? A very busy island, sort of thing, okay? So they used to stay there for 1 week, and that's quite funny stuff to see. Until 1977, when that huge accident happened.
So we must have come in on
Before Tenerife, it was already Gran Canaria with tourism coming, okay? All right? And the reason for that is because the name, Gran Canaria. Okay, saying that, where does the name Canary Islands come from? Loads of people think it's because they're birds, isn't it? Yes. Okay, earlier on, somebody asked me, the gentleman asked me, where do the first inhabitants come from here, okay? And we come to a conclusion, it's like Indo-Africans, okay? No, I'm on telly. You can put on YouTube. Me! Okay. Again! Yeah. Okay, so where do the name come from? Okay, the first people that lived here was the Wanches. The first people to try to take over the island was the Portuguese, and they were trying to be friendly. When they left the slaves here, Wanches, they left them with food, like goats, okay? So they were very good shepherds. And the Portuguese, they were trying to be friendly by giving items. One of them was dogs, to look after the goats, okay? Then later on, we'll kick them out. But the Roman Catholics decided, no, we kick everybody out, and we keep it ourselves, you know what I mean? And that's why it's Spanish, not Portuguese, okay? But the Portuguese, like I say, they're keeping the dogs. They didn't know how to look after the dogs. The first people that control the numbers of the dogs, okay? The first people that wrote about the island was the Latins, okay? How do you say dog in Latin? Canine or cane? Yes? How do you say areas? Aris. So you have cane, Ari, islands. Dogs, areas, islands. And that's why Gran Canaria has the largest collection of dogs we found there. That's why it's Gran, as in large, cane, Ari, islands, okay? No, it's the largest dogs. No, the largest collection of dogs. Okay, because they always stand there. No, the largest dogs. No, yeah, okay, it could be that, but no, it's the largest collection of dogs. Okay, and that's where the Canary Islands name comes from. It's like Tenerife.
The island of dogs, then.
Sorry?
It's the island of dogs.
The islands of dogs. Actually, the dogs areas islands. It's not the islands of dogs. It's like dogs areas island. It's still full of dogs now. Yeah, I know. Before you say it, two-legged ones.
Yeah.
You got it now, didn't you? Yay! Two-legged ones. Yeah, loads of them.
Realise you can think things but not see them.
Exactly. Yeah, I was in England too long. They teach me how to see him as well. So yeah, that's one name I mentioned to you earlier on. The Teide, Ashaide, comes from the snow mountain, okay, because all the white soil on the top of it. Gran Canaria. Then La Gomera, La Palma. La Palma actually is a Spanish name. It means the palm tree. La Palma, the palm tree, because it's full of palm trees over there, whatever. Okay? But La Gomera, Lanzarote, and Fuerteventura, they are, La Gomera, for example, is a name of the Guanches residents there. It was Gomerians, and that's why it ended up called La Gomera, as in female, La Gomera, okay? But then when you have Fuerteventura, means strong winds.
Yeah.
Some of you have been to Fuerteventura, yes? Fuerte means strong, and in Spanish it's actually the
Very
same.
windy.
Ventura is actually winds, okay? And vientos would be in Spanish, which Spanish comes from the Latin, okay? Fuerteventura, strong winds, okay? Lanzarote, once again, is the Guanches name. And then El Hierro means the iron, the metal, the iron. Because the shape of it is just like the irons on arrows. And that's why I eventually calling the irons, because of 3 points on it, okay? That's the only reason why, okay? There you are. You realize how well you're going to sleep tonight. Now, cots. Cots